All right, it's a good evening, believing that you had one yourself. This is Breaking Today. My name is Frederick Muitiriri. My sign language interpreter is Michael Maidia, and these are our highlights. Brace yourselves for the fourth COVID-19 wave. Health Cabinet Secretary Mutahi Kagwe wants.
We are discussing our unity and ensuring that the Mount Kenya vote blocks stays in one basket.
A section of Mount Kenya governors call for an urgent region meeting ahead of 2022 general elections, and Switch TV staff celebrate after scooping 3 prestigious awards at the just concluded Kuza Awards 2021 by Communication Authority of Kenya. Welcome to the broadcast. Now, a section of Mount Kenya governors have called for a regional meeting in 2 weeks to align themselves ahead of the 2022 general elections led by Nakuru Governor Lee Kinyanjui and his Murang'a counterpart Mwangi wa Iria. The leaders have said they want to restore the region's unity that has recently been divided. And as our reporter Daniel Kariuki narrates, the leaders have distanced themselves from the National Assembly Speaker Justin Muturi's coronation as the region's spokesperson.
A section of Mount Kenya leaders have finally come out to address the sound of the new wolf howling in the mountain. Just few days after National Assembly Speaker Justin Muturi was coronated as Mount Kenya spokesman, the split within the region widened.
Because those are the cultural leaders. So today we didn't discuss culture. We are also engaging with them because they are our cultural leaders. We understand what they are saying, and then we see. But that is not what brought us here.
The governors had each been likened as the next Mount Kenya spokesperson, chose not to comment on Muturi's coronation.
We are discussing our unity and ensuring that the Mount Kenya vote blocks stays in one basket.
We are talking about the unity of Mount Kenya, whether it's politically, socially, and especially even economically, because the ultimate benefit should be to our people.
Nguvu yetu sisi kama watu wa Mount Kenya ni wingi wa watu ambao tuko pamoja.
The leaders led by Murang'a Governor Mwangi wa Iria and Nakuru's Governor Lee Kinyanjui say they will make a major announcement to the people of the region in the next 10 days at a Nyeri meeting hosted by Governor Mutahi Kahiga. The leaders likely to appoint a presidential aspirant that will carry the region's vote.
Welcome all of you to Nyeri in the next 2 weeks as we progress. This meeting is the beginning of very many other meetings that will come.
We are going to coin for a meeting the next 10 days, and we are going to invite as many people as possible so that we can entertain as many views as possible. And that's literally what brought us together.
Kama Kenya tunaweza toa candidate, ni kweli kwa sababu katiba inatupa nafasi. Nimesema katiba imetupa nafasi. Tutazungumza sisi kama watu ya Mlima Kenya. Na tukiona inafaa kusukuma mmoja wetu, bila shaka usishangae ukisikia kuna mmoja ndani yetu amesimama.
They included governors from the eastern side of the region as those from Meru and Tharaka Nithi counties skipped the meeting. Others were former Kiambu Governor William Kabogo, former Kigumo MP Jamlek Kamau, BBI co-chair Dennis Wawiru, and ex-Tetu MP Ndongo Githinji. Exactly 14 months to the 2022 general elections, Mount Kenya leaders have been hit with a harsh reality that their current kingpin, President Uhuru's term, is set to expire. Now the leaders are promising to appoint a leader to carry the region's spear in the 2022 elections come the Nyeri meeting, notwithstanding Muturi's coronation as the already spokesman of the region. Daniel Kariuki for Switch TV, Nairobi County.
Thank you, Daniel. Now, question of the day, do you think Mount Kenya region is united? Do you think the Mount Kenya region is united? Speak to us and share your feedback through our SMS line. That is on 111 444 111. Again, 111 444 111. On our social media handles, that is Switch TV Kenya at Fred Muitiriri. Moving on, over 5,000 people who had previously applied for Kenyan citizenship have been given their allegiance in an operation that will also see many investors free to conduct their activities in the country. Thousands of Kenyans who lost their citizenships under the old constitution will now be able to salvage their status in the new drive. Majibu Kitsao with more.
It seems simple now, but it took a long time for the thousands who had to wait for years to regain their Kenyan citizenship, and after a long time of uphill task, the D-Day was finally here.
We applied for citizenship, me and my wife, and we were very glad to receive our document today.
Namesema asanti sana na President yetu Papa Uhuru Kenyatta.
This has seen Interior CS Dr. Fred Matiang'i launch a 60-day initiative program to clear the backlog for immediate release and processing of documents.
The law provides the threshold of investment and the number of years you ought to have been in our country. We have about 500 pending applications, and I've assured my colleague and my sister Betty that in the next 60 days we will go through all those 500 applications and sort them all out.
Matiang'i further adding that immigration offices have been set up in different parts of the globe to accommodate those who need to regain their citizenship.
We have opened immigration offices in the Middle East. We have an office in Dubai. We are soon opening an office in Doha. We have offices in Washington, D.C. We have opened a new one in LA, and we are going to open a new one in New York. We have offices, immigration offices in Europe that are doing this. So Kenyans who need to regain their citizenship need to go and apply.
The ministry noted that it is aware that some people are planning to take advantage of the process to get Kenyan citizenship, and that they will be more intense in making the whole process safe. They say the test of a good citizen is loyalty to your country. It is now great joy to the thousands who have shown loyalty to this country, as they can now comfortably call it a home. Majibu Kitsao for Switch TV.
Thank you, Majibu. A section of Kenyans allied to the party have written to the National Assembly requesting the House to impeach the Internal Security Cabinet Secretary, Dr. Fred Matiang'i. In a letter, the four lobbyists have said Dr. Matiang'i should be impeached for gross violation of the Constitution. However, lawyers are arguing that it will be very difficult to impeach the CS or any other CS for that matter. Robert Ouma with his story.
A lobby group and a section of leaders allied to the United Democratic Alliance Party have been pushing for the impeachment of the Interior Cabinet Secretary, Dr. Fred Matiang'i.
What alert Kenyans is that we are not in any bad blood with Matiang'i, because you may find other regions saying that we are attacking their son. If we find anybody else doing the same, we will still table a motion. We know it's a challenge, but we are hoping for the parliamentarians to take it up. We will reach out to them. We see how we can set a mechanism for them to table it up.
A sitting cabinet secretary can only be removed from office in accordance with Article 152 of the Constitution. He or she can be removed based on the following grounds: gross violation of provision of the Constitution, found guilty of committing crime under the national or international law, and gross misconduct, and many more, according to lawyers.
Go ahead and lend some credence to what is being said. But if the evidence is flimsy, it is hearsay, it is unsubstantiated, or it is something that is already explained in the public domain by some other process, because remember, this process has been subjected to various probes and inquiries and hearings.
In pursuant to Article 152, Section 6 of the Constitution, a member of National Assembly, supported by at least a quarter of the members of the National Assembly, may propose a motion requiring the President to dismiss the Cabinet Secretary. A section of the National Assembly proposes for the motion under Section 1 gives a notice of approval motion within 7 days of approval of the motion under the subsection 6A of the Constitution. Pursuant to Article 152, Section 9, if the Select Committee reports that it finds any of the allegations against the Cabinet Secretary, then no further proceedings shall be taken in respect to the allegations. In pursuant to Article 152, Section 10 of the Constitution, if the allegation is supported by the majority of Members of Parliament, then the Speaker shall deliver the resolution to the President, and then the President shall dismiss the CS. The Cabinet Secretary, however, has a right to appear and be represented before the Select Committee during its investigation. The Cabinet Secretary may appear before the Select Committee in person or by an advocate.
The decision on whether to impeach or not to impeach can only be determined by the law. Robert Ouma, Switch TV, Nairobi.
President Uhuru Kenyatta has assured that the government will continue creating a conducive environment for business to thrive, with the aim of creating jobs and wealth for Kenyans. The president, who spoke earlier today during the official opening of the Neema Abattoir in Lakisama, Nairobi County, has said the government will continue sourcing for new markets and expanding existing ones so as to enable farmers to sell their livestock at good prices.
The 300 million Kenya shillings worth slaughterhouse owned by 3,000 livestock farmers installed with a daily slaughter capacity of 12,000 and 6,000 small stock, which is goats and sheep, for local and export markets respectively, has over 85% of their products being sold overseas. The president says these, together with the recent reopening of the Kenya Meat Commission, was part of a long-term plan by the government to cushion livestock farmers from exploitative middlemen.
Ni kuhakikisha ya kwamba wafugaji wetu katika taifa letu hawatanyanyaswa tena kwa sababu ya kukosa soko ama kuwa exploited na middlemen.
The president says the government will extend the reforms being rolled out in the tea and coffee sectors to cover other areas, among them now livestock and maize farming, so as to make agriculture a lucrative economic activity.
Hii mambo ya matusi munasikia, wacha waendelee. Tutaona kama hiyo ndio watu wanataka kuendelea na matusi, waendelee na matusi. Haitatusimamisha sisi kufanya kazi, kwa sababu tunajua Wakenya ambao ndio wengi, haja yao sio maneno, haja yao ni kazi ambayo itaimarisha maisha yao, na hiyo ndio sababu wanachagua viongozi wao.
The head of state applauded owners of the Nema Abattoir, led by Mr. Mohamed Bonaya, for the consistency and determination. He has further encouraged Nema to take advantage of the new Lamu port and set up a similar meat processor in the area for the export market. There's now hope for those keeping livestock, as the president seems to be engraved in investing in the sector, with the cabinet secretary for agriculture, Peter Monya, now promising to set up a leather tanning factory in Athi River to ensure that the farmers make maximum profit. David Kagina, Switch TV, Nairobi.
Now, Health CS Mutahi Kagwe has urged county governments to enhance COVID-19 handling capacity even as the country gears up for a possible fourth wave. CS Mutahi has further urged Kenyans to be keen, as the Indian variant is said to be more lethal, especially after being detected in the country. Meanwhile, 431 people have today tested positive for COVID-19, bringing the total number of confirmed cases in the country to 169,356, derived from 5,846 samples tested in the last 24 hours. Cumulatively, tests are now at 1.7 million, with the positivity rate standing at 7.4% on vaccines. In Kenya, Kenya is expected to receive 72,000 AstraZeneca Oxford doses from South Sudan. All right, you know, every time you hear a wave is coming, you're always wondering, another lockdown? We take a short commercial break. We'll be back with more in a short while. Don't go anywhere. So 4 days ago, we won the Kuza Awards, and not only one award, we won 3. I'll be bringing you that story in a short while. Harriet Chimai is telling me, napikwa. Ikimaliza kupikwa, tutakuwa tumemaliza na biashara, kisha tutakupakulia. All right, it's time for business. Now, Homa Bay, Wajir, and Busia counties have indicated a negative growth in collection of own source revenue in the last 6 financial years of devolution. At the same time, the counties of Embu, Bungoma, and Garissa have showed tremendous growth of above 200% in the same period. Business permits, property-related revenue, and vehicle parking fees form the largest chunk of the revenue stream in counties. Our business reporter, Brian Mwenda, has more.
Homa Bay County has registered the poorest own-source revenue collection growth rate in the last 6 financial years of devolution, followed by Wajir and Busia counties, with the 3 counties indicating a negative growth rate.
What this means is that before devolution, they were collecting more, but for the first 6 years of devolution, they were actually at a negative.
However, the counties of Embu, Bungoma, and Garissa have registered a 274%, 256%, and 202% growth respectively in the last 6 years of devolution. Additionally, counties that collected above 1 billion Kenyan shillings include Nairobi, Mombasa, Nakuru, Machakos, Kiambu, and Narok counties.
The counties need to be realistic in a revenue projection for better budgeting, because sometimes some of them have been very over-ambitious. Say, like the Auditor General said, you're going to collect 2 billions when you know you'll collect 1. And you see, once that is factored in the budget, it distorts your budgeting processes.
Business permits, property-related revenue, and vehicle parking fees formed 15%, 14%, and 12% of revenue streams for most urban counties, while agriculture was the mainstay sector for most agricultural counties, forming up to 60% of gross county product.
Now, counties of Wajir, Busia, and Homa Bay have been urged today to pull up their socks when it comes to collection of own resource revenue so as to reduce over-dependency on the exchequer. Brian Mwenda, Switch TV.
National Assembly Majority Leader Amos Kimunya has come to the defense of government's state of spending and borrowing, terming it as necessary for efficient service delivery. Kimunya was speaking during this year's Institute of Certified Public Accountants of Kenya ISPAC annual conference in Mombasa, where he was challenged by ISPAC members who accused the parliament of continuing to authorize government borrowing despite the ballooning debt. Kimunya had a tough time defending the failure by the legislature to curb the growing debt as concerned members of accountancy body directed questions to the Kipipiri Member of Parliament.
What we are using the money for. When a business is down, people are told, don't stay at home, don't close business. Go and get some money and invest in reviving your business, right? So our economy is down. What we now need to do is for the government to go out there, look for more money and revive the business. We need more construction going on, more roads being done at this time when things are down, so that the youth can get jobs, right? It's not stop spending because the economy is not moving, because then you kill everything.
Equity Bank has recorded a 64% jump in net profit amounting to 8.7 billion shillings in the first quarter of 2021 compared to last year's 5.3 billion shillings. The group CEO, James Mwangi, attributes the rise in net profit to be largely driven by strong growth in both interest and non-interest income. Its subsidiaries in Tanzania, Rwanda, and Uganda, and DR Congo all posted growth in net profit, boosting the group's bottom line.
Before tax have grown by 67% and profit after tax by 64%. Our non-funded income experienced significant growth of 31%. This means the bank has bounced back to pre-COVID days. Last year and to date, we have continued to waive transaction fee related to mobile banking. 98% of all our transactions are now outside the branch, and 96% of them are on the
All right, that story I told you earlier about, it was pomp and color as Switch TV celebrated 3 prestigious awards by Communication Authority of Kenya in the just concluded Kuza Awards 2021. Speaking during the celebrations, Dr. Abbas Gulet, the CEO of Bomber Pan-Africa Limited, has said that Switch TV will be a station to reckon with in the next 5 years, promising you, our viewer, of uninterrupted fresh content. Our reporter Harry Chimea with more.
Switch TV today is celebrated in pomp and splendor, breaking bread, cutting cake and sharing in laughter as the event was graced by directors, head of various departments and staff members. Speaking during the occasion, Dr. Abbas Gulet, the CEO of Bomber Pan-Africa, a sister company of Switch TV, has said that this is only a start, promising our audience a greater future ahead.
In the next 5 years, should be sweeping all the boards and getting all the awards. But just to say that we're really excited and very happy with what we have achieved, having got the viewer's choice and getting also these other 2 awards is not a mean feat. In spite of the challenges and in spite of the difficulties we've had over the last 2+ years, to be where we are today as a station, to be number 6 in the country, but actually number 3 in this other context of the awards, really shows that what is possible. The sky is the limit. Our dream in 5 years to be the number 1 station in this country. Today we can boast and say we are the first youth station in this country, but we want to compete with the high and mighty and the big ones. So it clearly also shows that our vision and strategy was quite right when we decided to venture into this situation, into getting into television, but specifically looking at the target audience group of youth, 35 years and below. In this country and on the continent, we know 70% is below the age of 35 years. So in terms of target, I think we are in the right direction. We just have to now come with new innovative ways and ideas in how to turn around the huge following that we have now into resources.
To the staff of Switch TV, you have made us very, very proud. And I cannot thank you enough. On behalf of the directors of Switch TV, we want to congratulate you and we want to encourage you to even do more and get us more awards in the future.
4 days ago, Switch TV was on top of the world when Communication Authority of Kenya awarded this station 3 prestigious awards. Speaking on Switch TV's uniqueness, Head of Content Tamima Ibrahim says our mission is to serve our audience, and the awards is a testament to the great work the team has been doing.
So the recognition from the Kuza Awards means a lot to us here at Switch TV because it is an affirmation that our work is recognized, not just within the industry, but also by our viewers. It really, really meant a lot to us to win the People's Choice Awards because that is a fan-based award, and it basically just was a great affirmation for the entire team that all their efforts, all the hard work that they put in behind the scenes is actually appreciated.
Our success has been because of four integral things. One, it's a blessing that this station started after digital migration. It means we did our research quite a bit, and we have the best technology in the market. That one I can tell you for sure without flinching my eyes.
On recognition, the editorial team says it only gets bigger and better.
Part of this success that we are seeing today with the Kuza Awards and all the 3 awards that we saw last week on Friday, part of that success is Switch TV News. And now our hope is, come next year, a time like this, we'll be talking about the most watched news station in Kenya, the most trusted news in Kenya, and that is our hope and that is our belief, and we'll keep working hard. We are working in season that we never expected, but we are coping on well, and we believe that come next year, we'll have that award of the most trusted news in the Kuza Awards.
With the awards now comes a new responsibility to deliver consistently. And from the news end, all we can assure is to deliver accurately, timely, and objective news items.
Nafikiri nitakuwa mchoyo wa shukrani nisiposema asante kwako mtazamaji wa Switch TV kwa kuendelea kutuchagua na vile vile kwa kutuchagua kama kituo bora ama nambari 3 bora kwenye tuzo ya kituo bora kwenye chaguo la mwananchi ama People's Choice Award. Na niseme tu ndo kwanza mkoko na Ali Kamau.
And the news team also says
there's more to come from Switch Television, and this is the place to be. Always keep it Switch for good.
So Switch TV, Switch for good.
Sectional supervisors were also not left behind.
As the technical team under the production and technology department, we want to ensure that our viewers back at home keep on getting the quality products that we provide, ranging from the signal to video and audio quality, because we are the best and we want to give them the best.
This award comes in as an appreciation to the hard work instilled by the team of young people that work for Switch TV, waking up very early and going home very late to make sure that Switch TV is where it is today. But at the same time, it is a challenge to us that we can do better and be at a better place. Congratulations, Switch TV.
Your favorite celebrities, presenters, and the family at large says,
because you chose us, we are because you are. Thank you so much for switching for good.
Nasema asante, afu tunakuahidi kwamba tutakuwa tunazidi kukupa vipindi vizuri, burudani, zaidi ya burudani, zaidi ya burudani.
Congratulations to the entire Switch TV family on the various awards at the Kuza Awards, and we're just telling our fans and our viewers to watch out for more.
Keep it Switch.
Yeah, definitely. Switch for good.
Switch TV says thank you for your continued support, and we all say,
Switch for good!
My name is Harriet Chimea.
You've got to switch for good. You've got to switch for good. Feels so nice to work for this station. Many thanks for watching us, voting for us, being with us all this time. The 2 years we've been here. Many thanks to you, our viewer, because you are, we are. All right, and with that, my director is telling me your time is kaput. But tonight, Manchester United is playing Villarreal. Oh, Manchester United, pigwa. All right, good night.